这个地方，我们停在这里。好，我们把屏幕交出来给我们的同工哈，可以准备我们的这个要读经的部分。好，我们做一个简单的祷告，谢谢。请主持人准备。亲爱的阿爸父神，感谢你，我们今天接下来要做领读跟读的工作，谢谢神这一路上带领我们，我们渴望今天可以开启所有弟兄姐妹的眼目，让他们能够学习得更好。我们用另外一种语言来学习同一本这个放诸四海皆准，所有世人都要读的一本书，就是圣经。我们渴望今天为今天的老师而祷告，渴望今天的老师更有爱心和耐心来帮助我们可以把圣经学习得更好。谢谢神，听我们的祷告。我们也渴望今天的所有的网络非常通畅。我们这样祷告是奉靠耶稣基督的名求，阿们。我们把今天的时间交给主持人，谢谢，麻烦了。
Hello, this is Justin. How are you?
Hi, Justin. I'm good.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Please pray for us before we read.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you with humble hearts, Lord, that you sent your Son to die for each and every one of us. Lord, we ask that tonight's class that we learn from your word and that our minds and our hearts just take in everything that you want us to learn. Thank you for all that you do for us and give us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. 现在我们开始今天的跟读环节，想跟读的同学请在名字前面加上3位数的学号，没有的也可以去找苏珊老师申请个学号。今天的第一位是23号 Helen。23号 Helen。37号 Angel。大家可以听到我说。
Hello, this is Angel. 3 words, please.
Angel. I apologize. Are we still in Judges chapter 10?
Yes.
Okay. Judges chapter 10, verse 16.
Judges chapter 10, verse 16.
Then they got
rid
of the foreign gods among them. And served the Lord. And he could bear. He could bear. Israel's misery. No longer.
Thank you, Lu.
Welcome. Good job.
55号 Lydia。
Hello, Lu. This is Lydia. 5 words, please.
All right, Lydia. Judges chapter 10, verse 17.
Judges chapter 10, verse 17.
When the Ammonites were called.
When the Ammonites were called.
To arms and camped in Gilead.
To arms and camped in Gilead.
The Israelites assembled. And camped at Mizpah.
Thank you, Lu.
Mizpah.
Mizpah.
Yeah.
Mizpah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job.
47 Christina。
Hi, Lu. This is Christina. 5 words, please.
Hey, Christina. Judges chapter 10, verse 18.
Judges chapter 10, verse 18.
The leaders of the people. Of Gilead said to each other.
Of Gilead.
Gilead, the hard word.
Gilead said to each other,
whoever will launch
whoever will launch
the attack against
the attack against
the Ammonites will be
the Ammonites will be
the head of all
the head of all
those living in Gilead.
those living in Gilead.
Yes, good
Thank
job.
you,
You're
Lou.
welcome. You're welcome.
85 Eunice.
Hello, Lou. This is Eunice. 3 words, please.
Hey, Eunice, Judges chapter 11, verse 1.
Judges chapter 11, verse 1.
Jephthah, the Gileadite,
Jephthah,
the
Gilead.
Gilead, Gileadite was a mighty warrior.
Was a mighty warrior.
Mhm. His father was Gilead.
His father was Gilead.
His mother was a prostitute.
Was the prostitute.
Yes, good
Thank
job.
you, Lou.
You're welcome.
113 Grace.
Hello, Lou. This is Grace. 5 words, please.
Okay, Grace. Judges chapter 11, verse 2.
Judges chapter 11, verse 2.
Gilead's wife also bore him sons.
Gilead's wife also bore him sons.
And when they were grown up,
And when they were grown up,
they drove Jephthah away.
we drove Jephthah away.
You are not going
You are not going
to get any inheritance
to get any inheritance.
in our family, they said,
In our family, they said,
because you are the son
because you are the son
of another woman.
of another woman. Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
127 John.
Hello, Lou. This is John 5 verse 3.
John, Judges chapter 11, verse 3.
Judges chapter 11 verse 3.
So Jephthah fled from his brothers
So Joseph fled from his brothers
and settled in the land of Tob,
and settled in land of Tob,
where a group of adventurers
where a group of adventurers gathered around him and followed him. gathered around him and followed him.
Yes, good job. You're welcome.
167 Sarah.
Hello, Lou. This is Sarah. 5 words, please.
Okay, Sarah, Judges chapter 11, verse 4.
Judges chapter 11, verse 4.
Sometime later,
Sometime later,
when the Ammonites made war on Israel,
made a war on Israel. Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good job, Sarah.
173 Happy.
Hello, Lou. This is Happy. 5 words, please.
All right, Happy. Judges chapter 11, verse 5.
Judges chapter 11, verse 5.
The elders of Gilead
The elders of Gilead
went to get Jephthah
went to get Jephthah
from the land of Tob.
from the land of Tob.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
178 Johnson 178号 Johnson
Hello, Lou. This is Johnson. 5 words, please.
Hey, Johnson. Judges chapter 11, verse 6.
Judges chapter 11, verse 6.
Come, they said,
Come, they said,
be our commander,
be our commanders,
so we can fight the Ammonites.
so we find the Ammonites.
Good job.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job, Johnson.
195 Amethyst
Hello, Lou. This is Amethyst. 5 words, please.
Amethyst. Judges chapter 11, verse 7.
Judges chapter 11, verse 7.
Jephthah said to them,
Jephthah said to them,
don't you hate me? Didn't you hate me?
Didn't you hate me
And drive me from my father's house?
and drive me from my father's house?
Why do you come to me now
Why do you come to me now
when you're in trouble?
when you are in trouble?
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
224 Mustard
Hello, Lou. This is Master. 5 words, please.
And mustard. Judges chapter 11, verse 8.
Judges chapter 11, verse 8.
The elders of Gilead said to him,
The elders of Gilead said to him,
nevertheless, we are turning
nevertheless, we are turning
to you now.
to you now.
Come with us to fight the Ammonites.
Come with us to fight the Ammonites,
And you will be our head
and you will be our head
over all who live in Gilead.
over all who live in Gilead. Thank you, Lou.
Welcome. Good job.
239 Teresa
Hello, Lou. This is Teresa. 5 words, please.
Hey, Teresa. Judges chapter 11, verse 9.
Judges chapter 11, verse 9.
Jephthah answered,
Jephthah answered,
suppose you take me
suppose you take me
back to fight the Ammonites,
back to fight the Ammonites,
and the Lord gives them to me.
and the Lord gives them to me.
Will I really be your head?
Will I really be your hand? Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
22号 Luca
Hello, Lou. This is Luca. 5 words, please.
Hey, Luca. Judges chapter 11, verse 10.
Judges chapter 11, verse 10.
The elders of Gilead replied,
The elders of Gilead replied,
the Lord is our witness.
the Lord is our witness.
We will certainly do as you say.
We will certainly do as you say. Thank
Good job.
you, Lou.
You're welcome.
226 Eagle
Hello, Lou. This is Eagle. 5 words, please.
All right, Eagle. Judges chapter 11, verse 11.
Judges chapter 11, verse 11.
So Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead.
So Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead,
And the people made him head
and the people made him head
and commander over them.
and commander over them.
And he repeated all his words
And he repeated all his words
before the Lord in Mizpah.
before the Lord in Mizpah.
Good job.
Thank you, Lord.
You're welcome.
279 Emily。279号 Emily。
Hello, Lou. This is Emily. 5 words, please.
All right, Emily. Judges chapter 11, verse 12.
Judges chapter 11, verse 12.
Then Jephthah sent messengers
Then Jephthah sent messengers
to the Ammonite king with the question,
to the Ammonite king with the question,
what do you have against us?
What do you have against us?
That you have attacked our country.
Then you have attacked our country.
Let's work on that one word. Attacked. Attacked our country.
I attacked.
Yes. Attacked our country.
Attacked our country.
Yes. Good job.
Attacked. Thank you.
You're welcome.
297 Elizabeth。 297
Hello.
Hey,
I am
Elizabeth.
Davis. Is was please.
Judges chapter 11, verse 13.
Chapter 2018.
Okay. Judges chapter 11,
Chapter 11.
verse 13.
The king
of the Ammonites answered.
Ammonites answered.
Answered. Good. Jephthah's messengers.
Jephthah's messengers.
Plus messengers.
Messengers.
Yes. When Israel came.
When Israel came up
out of Egypt.
Out of Egypt.
They took away. My land from the Arnon to the Jabbok. Jabbok. Yes. All the way to the Jordan. Now give it back peacefully. Peaceably. Yes, good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
313 Jackie。
Hello, Lou. This is Jackie. 5 words, please.
Jackie, Judges chapter 11, verse 14.
Judges chapter 11, verse 14.
Jephthah sent back messengers
Jephthah sent back messengers
to the Ammonite king.
to the Ammonite king. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, thank you. Good job.
381 Josephine.
Hello, Luke. 5 words, please.
Okay, Josephine. Judges chapter 11, verse 15.
Judges chapter 11, verse 15.
Saying, this is what Jephthah says.
Saying, this is what Jephthah says.
Israel did not take the land of Moab.
Israel did not take the land of Moab
or the land of the Ammonites.
Or the land of the Ammonites.
Yes, good job.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
395 Sunny.
Hello, Lou. This is Sunny. 3 words, please.
All right, Sunny. Judges chapter 11, verse 16.
Judges chapter 11, verse 16.
Yes. But when they came up out of Egypt, Israel went through the desert to the Red Sea, and on to Kadesh. Kadesh.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job.
396
Hello, Lou. This is 7. 3 words, please.
All right, 7. Judges chapter 11, verse 17.
Judges chapter 11, verse 17.
Then Israel sent messengers to the king of Edom, saying, Give us permission to go through your country. But the king of Edom would not listen. They sent also to the king of Moab. And he refused. And he refused. So Israel stayed at Kadesh. Yes, good job.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job.
401 Joyce.
Hello, Lou. This is Joyce. 3 words, please.
Hey, Joyce. Judges chapter 11, verse 18.
Judges chapter 11, verse 18.
Next, they traveled through the desert, skirted the lands of Edom, and Moab, passed along the eastern side of the country of Moab,
of the country of Moab,
and camped on the other side
and camped on the other side
of the Arnon.
of the Arnon.
They did not enter
They did not enter
the territory of Moab,
the territory of Moab,
for the Arnon was its border.
for the Arnon was its border. Thank you, Lord.
You're welcome. Good job, Joyce.
9号 Spring Snow.
Hello, Lou. This is Spring Snow. 3 words, please.
All right, Spring Snow, Judges chapter 11, verse 19.
Judges chapter 11, verse 19.
Then Israel sent messengers
Then Israel sent messengers.
Then Israel
Then Israel
sent messengers
sent messengers
to Sihon,
to Sihon,
king of the Amorites,
king of the Amorites,
who ruled in
who ruled
Heshbon,
Ashra,
and said to him,
and said to him,
let us pass
let us pass
through your country
through your country
to our own place.
to our operate
Okay, to our own place.
own plane.
Good
Thank
job.
you, Lou.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
14号 Grace Lee.
Hello, Lou. This is Grace Lee.
Great.
3 words, please.
Okay, Grace Lee. Judges chapter 11, verse 20.
Judges chapter 11, verse 20.
Sihon, however, did not trust Israel to pass through his territory.
Through his territory.
Territory. Tory. E on the end. Territory.
Territory.
Yes, territory.
Territory.
Yes. He mustered all his men.
He mustered all his men.
And encamped. Okay. Just not encamped, encamped, just duh, encamped.
Encamped.
Yes, encamped at Jahaz.
Encamped at Jahaz.
And fought with Israel. Good job, Grace Lee.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
15号 Peter Lee.
Hello, Lou. This is Peter Lee. 5 words, please.
All right, Peter Lee. Judges chapter 11, verse 21.
Judges chapter 11, verse 21.
Then the Lord,
the
God of Israel, gave Sihon and all his men into Israel's hands. And they defeated them. Israel took over all the land of the Amorites
all the land of Amorites
who lived in that country.
who live in that country. Thank you,
Good
Lord.
job. You're welcome. Good job, Hugh.
现在我们第一轮结束了，开始补教，请刚刚没有被叫到的同学举手。第一位268号 Flower。
Hello, Lou. This is Flower. 5 words, please.
All right, Flower. Judges chapter 11, verse 22.
Judges chapter 11, verse 22.
Capturing all of it
Capturing all of it
from the Arnon to the Jabbok.
from the Arnon to the Jabbok
And from the desert to the Jordan.
and from the desert to the Jordan. Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job.
336 Peter。
Hello, Lou. This is Peter. 5 words, please.
All right, Peter. Judges chapter 11, verse 23.
Judges chapter 11, verse 23.
Now, since the Lord,
Now, since the Lord,
the God of Israel,
the God of Israel,
has driven the Amorites
has driven the Amorites
out of his people Israel, out before his people Israel,
out before his people Israel,
what right have you to take it over?
what right have you to take it over?
Good job.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
34号 Esther。
Hello, Lou. This is Esther. 5 words, please.
All right, Esther. Judges chapter 10, verse 16.
Judges chapter 10, verse 16.
Yes. Then they got rid of the foreign gods.
Rid of the foreign gods.
Among them
And
served the Lord. And he could bear Israel's misery no longer.
Israel's misery no longer. Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job.
191 Jenny。 191号 Jenny。 325号 Anka。
Hello, Lou. This is Anka. 5 words, please.
Right, Anka. Judges chapter 10, verse 17.
Judges chapter 10, verse 17.
When the Ammonites were called to arms, arms with an S,
arms.
Encamped in Gilead, the Israelites assembled and camped.
The Israelites assembled and
camped at Mizpah.
And at Mizpah. Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job, Anka.
58号 Steven。
Hello, Lou. This is Steven. 5 words, please.
sorry, Stephen. Judges chapter 10, verse 18.
Judges chapter 10, verse 18.
The leaders of the people of Gilead
The leaders of the people of Gilead
said to each other, whoever will launch the attack
whoever will launch the attack
against the Ammonites will be the head.
Against the Ammonites will be the head.
Of all those living in Gilead.
Of all those living in Gilead. Thank you,
Good
Lord.
job. You're welcome. Good job.
191号 Jenny， 你再试一试吧。如果不方便的话，那我们就开始第2轮，好吧？第一位23号 Helen。
Hi, no, this is Helen. 5 words, please.
All right, Helen. Judges chapter 11, verse 1.
Judges chapter 11, verse 1.
Jephthah, the Gileadite,
the Jephthah and the Gileadite.
Yes, that is a very hard word, Gileadite.
Gileadite
was a mighty warrior.
Was a mighty warrior.
His father was Gilead.
His father was Gilead.
His mother was a prostitute.
His mother was a prostitute. Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job, Helen.
27号 Ever。 27号 Ever。
Hello, Lou. This is Ever.
Ever.
5 words, please.
All right. Judges chapter 11, verse 2.
Judges chapter 11, verse 2.
Gilead's wife also bore him sons.
Gilead's wife also bore his sons.
And when they were grown up, they drove Jephthah away.
They drove Jephthah away.
Jephthah away. You are not going to get any inheritance. In our family, they said.
In our family, they said.
Because you are the son.
Because you are the son.
Of another woman.
Of another woman. Thank you, Lou. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good job.
Next, it's me. Hi, Lou. This is Justin. 5 words, please.
All right, Justin. Judges chapter 11, verse 3.
Judges chapter 11, verse 3.
So Jephthah fled. From his brothers and settled. In the land of Tob. Where a group of adventurers. Gathered around him
and followed him.
Thank
you,
Good
Lou.
job. You're welcome. Good job.
37号 Angel。
Hello, Lou. This is Angel. 3 words, please.
All right, Angel. Judges chapter 11, verse 4.
Judges chapter 11, verse 4.
Sometime later, when the Ammonites made war on Israel.
When the Amorites were on Israel. Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Good job.
55号 Lydia。
Hello, Lu. This is Lydia. 5 words, please.
All right, Lydia, Judges chapter 11, verse 5.
Judges chapter 11, verse 5.
The elders of Gilead
The elders of Gilead
went to get Jephthah from the land of Tob.
Thank you, Lu.
You're welcome. Good job.
58号 Steven。
Hello, this is Steven. 5 words, please.
All right, Stephen. Judges chapter 11, verse 6.
Judges chapter 11, verse 6.
Come, they said, be our commander,
Come, they said, be our commander,
so we can fight the Ammonites.
so we can fight the Ammonites.
Yes.
Thank you, Lu.
You're welcome. Good job.
77号 Christina。
Hello, this is Christina. 5 words, please.
All right, Christina. Judges chapter 11, verse 7.
Judges chapter 11, verse 7.
Jephthah said to them, Didn't you hate me?
Didn't you hate me?
And drive me from my father's house? Why do you come to me now?
Why do you come to me now?
When you're in trouble.
When you are in trouble.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
85号 Eunice。
Hello, Lu. This is Eunice. 3 words, please.
All right, Eunice. Judges chapter 11, verse 8.
Judges chapter 11, verse 8.
The elders of Gilead Eunice, are you there?
Eunice， 我们现在听不到你的声音。
好，我那个不读了，主持人你叫下一个吧，我这个设备不行。好了。
哦，好。113号 Grace。
Hello, Lu. This is Grace. 5 words, please.
Hi, Grace. Judges chapter 11, verse 8.
Judges chapter 11, verse 8.
The elders of Gilead said to him.
The elders of Gilead said to him,
Nevertheless, we are turning to you now. Come with us to fight.
Come with us to fight.
The Ammonites, and you will be our head over all who live in Gilead.
Our head over all who live in Gilead. Thank you, Lu. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
127 John。
Hello, Lu. This is John. 5 words, please.
All right, John. Judges chapter 11, verse 9.
Judges chapter 11, verse 9.
Jephthah answered, Suppose you take me back to fight the Ammonites. And the Lord gives them to me. Will I really be your head?
Will I really be your head?
Good job. You're welcome.
167号 Sarah。
Hello, Lu. This is Sarah. 5 words, please.
All right, Sarah. Judges chapter 11, verse 10.
Judges chapter 11, verse 10.
The elders of Gilead replied.
The elders of Gilead replied.
The Lord is our witness.
The Lord is our witness.
We will certainly do as you say.
We will certainly do as you say.
Yes.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
173 Happy.
Hello, Lou. This is Happy. 5 words, please.
All right, Happy. Judges chapter 11, verse 11.
Judges chapter 11, verse 11.
So Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead.
So Jephthah went to the elders of Gilead.
And the people made him head.
And the people made him head.
And commander over them.
And commander over them.
And he repeated all his words.
And he repeated all his words.
Before the Lord in Mizpah.
Before the Lord in Mizpah.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
178号 Johnson.
Hello, Lou. This is Johnson. 5 words, please.
All right, Johnson. Judges chapter 11, verse 12.
Judges chapter 11, verse 12.
Then Jephthah sent messengers.
Then Jephthah sent messengers
to the Ammonite king.
To the Ammonite king.
With the question. What do you have against us?
What do you have against us?
That you have attacked our country.
That you have attacked our country.
Good job.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
239 Teresa.
Hello, Lou. This is Teresa. 5 words, please.
All right, Teresa. Judges chapter 11, verse 13.
Judges chapter 11, verse 13.
The king of the Ammonites.
The king of the Ammonites.
Answered Jephthah's messengers.
Answered Jephthah's messengers.
When Israel came up out of Egypt.
When Israel came up out of Egypt.
They took away my land.
They took away my land.
From the Arnon to the Jabbok.
From the Arnon to the Jabbok.
All the way to the Jordan.
All the way to the Jordan.
Now give it back peaceably.
Now give it back peaceably.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome. Very good, Teresa.
22号 Luca.
Hello, Lou. This is Luca. 5 words, please.
All right, Luca. Judges chapter 11, verse 14.
Judges chapter 11, verse 14.
Jephthah sent back messengers.
Jephthah sent back messages
to the Ammonite king.
To the Ammonite king.
Yes.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
216 Eagle.
Hello, Lou. This is Eagle. 3 words, please.
Okay, Eagle. Judges chapter 11, verse 15.
Judges chapter 11, verse 15.
Saying, this is what Jephthah says.
Saying, this is what Jephthah says.
Israel did not take the land.
Israel did not take the land
of Moab or the land of the Ammonites.
Moab or the land of Ammonites.
Ammonites, yes, good job.
Thank you, Lord.
You're welcome.
255号 Abraham.
Hello, Lou. 5 words, please.
Okay. Judges chapter 11, verse 16.
Judges 11, chapter 16.
Chapter 11, verse 16.
Sorry.
It's all right. But when
11, verse 16. But when they came.
Up out of Egypt.
Up out of Egypt.
Israel went through the desert.
Israel went through the desert.
To the Red Sea and on to Kadesh.
To the Red Sea and on to Kadesh. Thank you.
Good job. You're welcome. Good job.
那个339号 Naomi，我看到你第一轮没有读，也没有补教，你现在要读吗？
是啊。
好，可以，你读吧。
Can you hear me? Hello, Miss Lu. This is Naomi. 5 words, please.
All right. Judges chapter 11, verse 17.
Chapter 11, verse 17.
Then Israel sent messengers.
Then Israel sent messengers
to the king of Edom, saying,
to the king of Edom, saying,
give us permission to go through your country.
Go through your country.
But the king of Edom would not listen.
Would not listen.
They sent also to the king of Moab.
They sent also to the king of Moab.
Close. Moab.
Moab.
Mm-hmm. And he refused.
And he refused.
So Israel stayed at Kadesh.
So Israel stayed at Kadesh.
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 Yes. Good job, Naomi.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lou. It's our testimony time. Happy we do the translation for you.
All right. Who's doing it? I didn't hear you. Who's doing a translation?
Yeah.
Hello. This is Happy. I'm today's interpreter. How are you?
I'm good, Happy. Okay, today's testimony is called Troubled Times.
今天的见证叫做逆境困苦之时。
Everyone has felt the troubling times we are living in around the world.
人人在世都曾有过艰难的感受，每个人都经历过逆境。
Some people more so than others.
有一些人可能经历的感触的比别人多一些。
Everyone has faced something.
每个人都曾面对过困难难处。
Maybe a financial crisis, a loss of a job, or fear of losing a loved one.
这或许是财务危机、失业，或许是害怕失去至亲。
Last year, I survived COVID.
去年我在新冠中幸存了下来。
Even though the medical world said I should have died from all my other medical issues.
虽然在医学上说我应该死于我身体上医学上的任何一个问题。
I turned to Jesus for my calmness and healing in my life.
我转向主，寻求主在我生命当中赐给我安宁和医治。
Not once did I fear, sorry, I apologize. Not once did I fear I would die.
我曾有过一次害怕我会死。
But I actually proclaimed on Facebook, one day soon, I will testify what the Lord has done to protect me and heal me.
而实际上，我在脸书上 公开声明宣告，有一天，不久的一天，我将见证上帝在我身上所给我的保护和医治。
My faith was stronger than my fear.
我的信心大于我的惧怕。
Let's look at the Bible to see what God says about fear.
让我们看看圣经，看看神对于惧怕是怎么说的。
Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10 says,
以赛亚书41章10节说
So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.
你不要害怕，因为我与你同在；不要惊慌，因为我是你的神。我必坚固你，我必帮助你，我必用我公义的右手扶持你。
I know in my personal life, during some of the darkest moments, He gives peace that only He alone can.
我知道，在我个人的生命中的一些黑暗时刻，他给了我平安，而这平安只有他能给。
I remember so clearly when my dad passed away.
我清楚地记得我父亲去世时
the immense pain of losing him.
失去他的巨大痛苦。
The tears I cried to the point of uncontrollable at times.
我哭到眼泪无法控制。
They were calmed by the inner peace of my Lord and Savior.
上帝救主赐给我内心的平安，使我安静下来。
It's hard to explain, even though I was grieving for my dad, I was also at peace.
尽管我为我父亲悲伤，但我却很平静、很平安，这很难以解释。
We find this peace in Philippians chapter 4, verse 7.
在腓立比书4章7节，我们能找到这个平安。
And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart, Christ Jesus.
神所赐出人意外的平安，必在基督耶稣里保守你们的心怀意念。Could you hear me? Hello. Hello. Could you hear me? Hello.
Hey, Lou, you are muted.
Hello.
We can't hear you.
Okay, my computer just went blank. It shut down. What's the last thing that you heard me say?
The last word is God will guard your mind in Jesus Christ. We have finished that sentence.
Okay, He will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, friends, no matter what storm you're facing, Jesus is always there with you.
朋友们，无论你正在面对什么样的风暴，耶稣一直与你同在。
Just pray and ask Him to help you.
只要祈求，寻找他帮助你。
Ask Him to calm your fear, to take the pain away.
让他来平静止息你的惧怕，拿走你的痛苦。
I promise he will.
我保证他必定能。
He is right beside you, and all you need to do is ask him.
他就在你身边，就在你旁，你需要做的就是向他求。
God bless, and I hope you all have a great day.
愿上帝保佑你度过美好的一天。Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kathy. Hey, Jane, can you translate real quick one thing for me?
Sure, go ahead.
We were studying Gilead. There is a balm that is made in Gilead that is used to heal. The Bible speaks of its healing power of the balm of Gilead.
There's the balm actually recently.
Yeah. They still, there's a tree and they make medicine from it. And
who did it actually?
I don't know who did it, but I can find out more on it. But anyway, there is a balm with the healing powers.
Oh, really?
But it's from Gilead. And my liver clinical trial that I was on, the company was called Gilead.
Oh, okay. 我也不晓得大家有没有听说哈，基列这个地方 ，Gilead 这个地方啊，那现在有一个爆炸，不晓得他讲的是一个 bomb。他说这个地方呢，这个是可以医治人的。有人在那里引爆了什么东西，他说这个可以医治人。I have no idea. Is that by Israelites or I don't know?
Yeah, it's over in Israel, and there's so many healing properties that come out of Israel and amazing technology.
Yeah, 可能以色列人会在制造一些很特殊的医疗工具，或者是可以帮助人的这方面的。Okay,
yes.
Let's go ahead and move forward to the Lord's Prayer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. 好，我们今天 Are we going to have a song actually? Let me see. Probably
we
not,
were.
right?
We
Did
were.
you give us?
It was the storm, in the eye of the storm.
Oh yeah. That's right. Okay, let me see that. Okay, Susan 不知道在不在 ？Susan 今天可以 Let me see that.
我已经 send 给你了，你没看见？
Yeah. I did. Okay, I did. Okay, let me Okay, let me play that song. Okay, let me share that screen. Okay, go ahead. I'll do that.
It was so crazy now with my computer. The devil just didn't want me to speak. I mean, my computer just was
That must be very important. That must be very important, actually. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn on. You can hear that, right?
Yeah.
So.
When the solid ground is falling out from underneath my feet, between the black skies and my red eyes, I can barely see. And when I'm feeling like I've been let down by my friends and my family, I can hear the rain reminding me, in the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when the sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. When my hopes and dreams are far from me and I'm running out of faith, I see the future I picture slowly fade away. And when the tears of pain and heartache are pouring down my face, I find my peace in Jesus' name. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm. go, and I just don't know how I'm gonna make ends meet. I did my best, now I'm scared to death that we might lose everything. And when a sickness takes my child away and there's nothing I can do, my only hope is to trust you. I trust you, Lord. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me. In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. In the middle of the war, you guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm.
Yes.
Oh, in the eye of the storm.
Right. When my sails are torn, I have no hope. He is my anchor.
Yeah, you know, normally in the center, the eye, which is called the center of the storm, actually is very peaceful. You know that? Normally there's nothing at all. Like, how do you call that? Like typhoon, or sometimes you
Hurricane. It's a hurricane.
Hurricane, right,
Yeah.
right.
Which I think typhoons are like what they have in China more. Like we have hurricanes here and they have
Tropical.
typhoons there.
Yeah. Right, that's right.
But matter of fact, yeah, they were showing where Florida just had a huge hit from the hurricane and the eye of the storm, and how the peace, and then all of a sudden all the wind and damage.
Right, right. 对，很多时候啊，在那个暴风眼的中间的时候，其实是最平静的地方，而且是什么都没有的啊，很奇怪，这是一个大自然很奇妙的现象。在台湾，我们遇到台风的时候，台风眼里面是非常平静的，但是台风的这个周围的外围的时候，气流是非常的凶猛的。So sometimes
I'm sorry, go ahead.
the center of the storm is considered probably is very dangerous, but actually it's very peaceful.
Yeah. You know, no matter what we go through, all we have to do is call on Jesus, and he is always there. He's right there with us through whatever we go through. And I guess that's the comfort and peace that he gives when things are falling apart.
Right. 所以很多时候啊，很重要的就是说，我们不管任何时候，基督徒我们可以做的事情是，我们随时可以呼求，会呼喊耶稣基督哈，就是我们生命中的依靠。感谢神。OK， 我们请同工上一下刚刚那个，不好意思，我帮你关掉那个主导文的字幕。好，我们请老师来读一下主导文领读。Okay, we're going to read the Lord's Prayer. Thank you.
Our Father in heaven.
Our Father in heaven.
Hallowed be your name.
Hallowed be your name.
Your kingdom come, your will be done.
Your kingdom will be done.
On earth as it is in heaven.
On earth as it is in heaven.
Give us today our daily bread.
Give us our daily bread.
And forgive us our debt.
And forgive us our debt.
And
As we
forgive us our
also
debt.
have forgiven our debtors.
As we
also
have
have forgiven our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us
not
into temptation.
But deliver us from the evil one.
But deliver us
from the evil one.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lord.
I guess if we can't find anybody, I'll see you next Thursday night.
That's right, that's right. OK， 我们有一些人哈，白天的时间我们是在星期四的时候可以看到老师的。OK， 好，就是中国的星期五哈，美国的星期四。We're so confusing. International time across a lot of time zone. I know.
I'm sorry, your morning, next Thursday morning, or wait, no, it's Friday morning for them, right?
Morning for them, actually.
Friday morning. I'm sorry, my Thursday night, your Friday morning, so.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. 好，谢谢陆老师。好 ，OK, thank you. Bye bye.